Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the TheFonoGuy. So finally, Sony launched their two new Sony Xperia smartphone. One is the Sony Xperia 1 Mark III, and the other is the Sony Xperia 5 Mark III. Sony just hailed its Xperia event to introduce three new phones, with the two of them being full-flagged flagship Xperia 1 Mark III and a 5 Mark III. As before, the latter aims to appeal to users looking for something more compact without facing anything in terms of user experience. The two phones have a unique variable telephoto camera that can switch between 70 mm and 105 mm, which equates to around 2.9x and 4.4x optical zoom. The shooter itself used 12 megapixel 1 by 2.9 Sony sensor with f2.3 and f2.8 aperture, depending on the focal length you use and the optical image stabilization. Digital zoom can now reach the equivalent of a 300 mm compared to 200 mm on the Xperia 1 Mark II and the 5 Mark II, and a Sony calls it AI Super Resolution Zoom. The main camera uses the good old 12 megapixel 1 by 1.7 sensor coupled with a f1.7 OIS lens, while the ultra-wide snapper has a 12 megapixel f1 by 2.6 image f2.2 aperture and autofocus, which is not that common on ultra-wide unit even among flagship. For optimal performance on those precious cameras, Sony has put a ZAS lens with a T coating. An additional software feature include a real-time eye autofocus on top of the already existing eye autofocus that work on animal and human optical steady shoot, and a 4K recording at 120 fps for those crisp slow motion takes. The front camera seemingly remains unchanged from last year, using the same 8 megapixel sensor. The only difference is the camera department is a 3D TF camera, which is exclusive to the Xperia 1 Mark III. This means it also the only one to support a real-time autofocus tracking, although the Xperia 5 Mark III still has the real-time eye autofocus. With the camera mostly identical, it's the screen that set the Xperia 1 Mark III and Xperia 5 Mark III apart. The larger Xperia 1 Mark III uses a 6.5-inch 4K OLED panel with a cinematic 21 by 9 aspect ratio and a capable of running 120 Hz and displaying HDR content. The Xperia 5 Mark III also moves 120 Hz at portrait, but the smaller 6.1-inch OLED panel of the full HD resolution with the same 21 by 9 aspect ratio, and again complete with HDR support. Both phones are powered by this flagship Snapdragon 888 chipset, with Xperia 1 Mark III having a 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs or 512 gigs storage. The Xperia 5 Mark III get a high, slightly more conservative 8 gigs and 128 and 8 gigs 256 gigabytes version. Both phones have a hybrid dual SIM slot, so you can easily expand the storage through the micro SD card if you need it. Even the battery is the same 4500 mAh unit with the support for a 30-watt fast charging, 50% in 30 minutes, promising 3 years long life. The Xperia 1 Mark III also adds wireless charging, but the Xperia 5 Mark III makes do without it. It will not be proper flagship release of multimedia and a gaming feature. We are left out as Sony does not disappoint. There is well boot device boost, powerful stereo loudspeaker and 240 Hz motion blur reduction in supported game, low gamma, razor help with the visibility in shadow, while sound equalizer help you a better hear gunshots and a footstep. Sony has also made extra effort to improve the microphone input during voice chat, removing background noise and clears up the speeches. Gaming recording also available up to 1080p at 120 fps. There is one neat feature Sony called rewind time recording. It's similar to Nvidia highlight recording, where it consistently recording 30 seconds during gameplay. The final key difference between the Xperia 1 and 5 Mark III is a screen protection. The former used Gorilla Glass Victus and the front is a Gorilla Glass 6 for the back, while the smaller models settle for a 2 Gorilla Glass 6 sheet. Both phones are rated IP65 and 68 for a protection from dust and water resistance. The Xperia 1 Mark III are available in black, grey and a purple color. The Xperia 5 Mark III available in just a black color and a green and a pink. Sony says both phone will available at the start of the summer with the pricing to be confirmed later. So this is the latest true flagship and professional smartphone from Sony. One is the 1 Mark III and other is the 5 Mark III. Let me know in the comment section which one is your favorite, and also like this video and subscribe my channel for more tech videos. I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.